It is now Christmas Eve the 36th. It's been weeks, and we still haven't rescued Santa Claus. It's like Christmas will never come.
I did not know that the inn had a
that's
weird
a great
lo-fi
I see
type.
what the skeleton, yeah.
Oh man, what a delightful skeleton.
It is, yeah.
And I haven't regained my powers.
And I haven't stolen all the presents. The old chap must be starving. He eats billions of cookies in a single night. His captor can't be feeding him enough. What are we gonna do? I don't have any leads.
Gryla said the next League of Christmas Evil had Santa, so we're so close we can't give up hope now.
Cthulhu, you're the last person I would have expected to tell me to have hope.
I really, really, really want my powers back so I can destroy the world.
You're right. We can't give up. This is important. I'm sure that by Christmas Eve the 41st, I will have figured out where the last League of Christmas Evil member is hiding.
Wasn't there 2 left?
Unclear. It is now Christmas Eve the 37th. I think we've just been ignoring him. Let's go spend time with our friend Belschnickel.
That's always rewarding.
It always is rewarding. Cthulhu decides to visit with Belschnickel again. This is it. End of the road. I didn't think you'd make it this far, but you did. I'm sure our true enemy will reveal himself soon. You talk big, but I can see your heart. You're not as evil as you think you are.
Take that back.
Come here, you big lug. He's coming for a hug.
I'm not a hugger.
Cthulhu senses that he has forged a lasting relationship with the old man of the season, Belschnickel. Now how about a piece of candy? I won't whip you, I promise.
If you insist. Ugh! You conniving son of a...
Every time, it never changed, but you can have it for real this time. Cthulhu got peppermint candy. The success rate of Belschnickel boosts his stats. Here, take this. I know you suggested it for another, but I thought you'd like it most of all. Cthulhu receives a dashing portrait of himself in a dapper tuxedo. I painted it myself. I really think I captured your particular shade of green.
Cthulhu approves.
There you go. We got 2 different things. Okay. So, basically at this point we can go
We're
anywhere.
At the end game.
We've started none of these quests here, so where would we like to go?
Shoot. I'm torn between caroling and the graveyard.
I could do caroling. Let's do caroling.
Alright.
Oh goodness.
I was hoping I wouldn't have to sing for this, but okay, let's go.
Oh, I'm gonna make you sing. That's what's gonna happen. It's like karaoke, motherfucker.
Everybody, I've decreed that we shall go caroling.
Cthulhu, you manage to surprise me every day. Why, I do believe you're starting to pick up on the Christmas spirit. I love to sing, boss. This will be fun. I remember my first night of caroling. Ugo had caught a saber-tooth for the tribe, so everyone was in especially good spirits. We sang and sang and sang all night.
How fucking old is this guy?
I don't fucking know. It didn't even matter that fire hadn't been invented yet. Everyone was warmed by the singing.
I've taken the liberty of preparing materials for everyone. Here's your requisite Elizabethan attire.
I mean, you needed to go caroling. This dress is so fluffy. It doesn't have any chicken feathers in it, right?
And here's everyone's hymn book. I've taken great care in selecting Christmas carols that will suit each individual's vocal range.
Well, that's very good, including 3 that are pretty much the same voice. These songs, I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with this language. I can't make any sense of this.
That's because they're written in the ancient Relayan script. Don't worry, it's a phonetic language. You'll have it mastered in no time.
I'm not sure about this. No, let's give it a try. Cthulhu has been so gracious in accepting the caroling tradition that the least we could do is meet him halfway. Under Cthulhu's tutelage, the group practices the first few songs in the hymn books until they feel confident that they can repeat them. He's starting a cult, isn't he?
I hope so.
My tongue feels funny. I have the strangest craving for sludge.
Oh, I drink sludge almost every day.
I mean, it's called
that.
Mountain Dew. That's the answer. Are you sure we're singing these correctly?
No, I meal prep my own sludge.
What?
You've seen them.
I
The
mean,
smoothies in the...
Well, I wouldn't call that sludge. I mean, it's not great, and I wouldn't drink it, but I mean, you do that.
You're doing marvelously. Now, go home and practice tonight, and tomorrow and in 2 days, we'll be ready for action.
Everyone heads to their respective homes.
Everything is going according to plan.
Cthulhu decides to order a baton to help him better conduct music. When it arrives, it actually turns out to be a weapon. Cthulhu got a present wand. This weapon for Crystal boosts the effectiveness of her using items. Okay. It is now Christmas Eve the 39th.
Oh no.
We going back to caroling?
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah, finish off the arc. Oh goodness. The night has arrived for Cthulhu and the others to go caroling.
How's my little singing troupe? Did everyone practice like I told them?
Every night, boss. So one night. Sadly, yes. I know it's just words, but I feel so dirty saying them, like each word is a swear. I'm not sure about this. We better just stick with the regular songs.
Really? After I've tried to embrace your customs, you're going to insult my native tongue, so maybe we shouldn't even go caroling.
No, it's fine. We'll do it your way.
That's better. Let's head to the first house.
Cthulhu knocks on the door of the house. The inhabitants there and look surprised to see him, but don't immediately slam the door, screaming in terror.
Christmas greetings, fellow mortals, of which I am clearly one.
I'm a normal human.
We'd like to serenade you with a selection of Christmas hymns from the underwater city of Relais. Everyone, like we practiced. 1, 2, 3, go. God damn it.
Go ahead, Rob. Sing in your native tongue, Rob.
Verningli, Mersanful, Relais, Saanta, Griffla, Verteidigen.
Oh, fuck me.
You've got 3 of them. Good luck, sir.
Go fuck yourself, Rob. Peculiar Missionarit of Santa Mascalaka Merkak. Santa, gulp, clack. Penulu, Lila, Santa, gulp, clark. The listeners stare in stunned silence for a long moment and then open their mouths. Well, Rob.
Peguli, Miguanov, Cthulhu, Relais, Wagnagling, Verteidigen.
Cthulhu, has all this just been a recruitment drive for new followers for your cult?
Maybe.
You have to turn them back, now!
Why? They're happier now.
Their mouths are just so open. It's great. The man who opened the door is somehow drooling from both his mouth and both eyeballs. Turn them back, now!
Fine. You're no fun. There. Are you happy?
Not until we get you to sing some actual Christmas carols. Crystal drags Cthulhu from door to door singing real Christmas carols. The people at the last house are so impressed with Cthulhu singing that they gave him a present. Cthulhu got a Fabergé egg, this accessory for Baba booster stats. I hope you've learned your lesson. Humans are easy to enslave with the right song.
If you sing well, people give you stuff?
Don't mess with me when it comes to Christmas! She does seem scary. It is now Christmas Eve the 40th. Okay, well we've conquered caroling, so
Let's go to the graveyard.
let's go to the graveyard, the place I think about most at Christmas. Cthulhu decides to spend his day at the Christmas Land graveyard. Many of the tombstones have holly wreaths placed in front of them. Candy canes are also a frequent occurrence. Cthulhu decides to read a few of the messages on the gravestones. Melinda Greenland, first victim of the Great Winter Uprising of 2010, trampled to death by a horde of cyber elves. Oh
Jesus.
man, Black Friday gets worse and worse every year.
No kidding.
Gottlieb Asdeman, beloved son, father, uncle, nephew, cousin, step-cousin, boyfriend, pen pal, chiropractor, and radiologist. Alfwin Ors, in the end, he did not win. In the end was him. I mean, that's basically what's going to be on my gravestone. Basically, world ender. Teresa Tess, if only we could have had one more moment with you, we'd ask you what the Wi-Fi password was. Sander Leach, remember to put a funny message here before the game ships. Well, I mean, missed. Hiroki Smith, a lesson to us all, the lesson being to never spook a reindeer while standing within kicking distance. That's fair. Also soccer players. Cthulhu tires of reading the gravestone messages. Cthulhu sees a woman in a purple dress kneeling in front of a large tombstone.
The tombstone just says rip on it. You have to go up to the window.
I mean, yeah, why would we not? Cthulhu approaches the woman, but when she sees him, she runs off. Maybe if you return to the graveyard another day, you'd be able to talk to her. Next to one of the gravestones, Cthulhu sees a chicken laying an egg. Badly. Cthulhu got a rotten egg. It boosted poison damage. Oh, that's interesting. It's now Christmas Eve the 41st. I've discovered it! The identity of the final League of Christmas Evil member and where he is keeping Santa Claus!
Who is it? I need to thank them personally for sending me on this wild goose chase just to regain the power I had before this game started. And by thank them, I mean murderlize them.
The implication was clear. I should have suspected him all along. He's always been jealous of Santa's popularity. I speak, of course, of the Krampus.
Bum,
Yay!
bum, bum, bum.
The half-goat, half-devil thing that enjoys killing children and dragging them off to hell? It seems so obvious in retrospect. I thought he just kidnaps them. I know he brought them to hell.
I didn't know, one, I didn't know Krampus was in Sam Raimi's classic Drag Me to Hell.
Oh, shit.
And two, I didn't know...
Wasn't that Megan Fox?
I mean...
Or is that the other one?
It should have... When I was watching it, I was waiting for, what's his name? With the chins.
Spider-Man.
No, not Spider-Man, goddammit. The guy with the chins.
Oh, Peter Parker.
Not Peter Parker, the guy with the chins from Evil Dead.
James Franco?
James Franco's in Evil Dead?
I don't know.
I
know, right? Having a Christmas game and not prominently featuring the Krampus as a villain would have been a huge oversight. Unless I was the true villain all along.
You aren't, though.
I know that, boss, but it would have been funny.
Maybe for the sequel, kiddo.
That'll be good. Don't you already have a sequel?
So where is the Krampus keeping the bearded one?
In the most Christmassy place of all, Tannenbaum, the Christmas World Tree. I think it's called the Grassil, isn't it? Or
the Christmas World Tree, not the
regular
regular
I'm sorry,
World
I
Tree.
mispronounced it. It's supposed to be Degrassi, I think, is the name of the World Tree.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, you should watch the Krampus movie, though. I think it's just called Krampus, and he goes around dragging kids to hell.
Interesting.
It's one of those horror movies where you're stuck in a house. And there's
Where
like a
is
beast.
that movie?
Where is that movie? I don't have a physical copy of Krampus. But if I did, you would have it.
That's true, because you like to hide fucking movies at my house for no reason in your weird chess game.
Where? Chess game?
Tannenbaum, the
Backgammon?
Christmas World Tree. You play tennis? It's like a Cressel, but more Christmas themed.
Hey, she
I'm
knew what
right
you were
on
gonna
board
say.
with these fucking writers, man. I swear to God.
It all comes down to this. Our final and harshest fight ever awaits us. For the
Unless
one,
there's a
two.
secret, even finaler boss after this one.
Oh dear.
You heard Cthulhu, it's final boss dungeon time! It is now Christmas Eve the 42nd. We may have gone into this, we may not have. Oh, we'll get into it in a second. This is so beautiful. Isn't it? All the wonderful essence of Christmas joy perfectly distilled into a single giant tree. It's very peaceful for what appears to be a final boss world, but I guess ultimately the dungeons have not mattered.
Yeah, the last one was a pretty good final boss one.
It must take an army of elves months just to keep this place decorated. That's the best part. It's automated. The robots that took the elves' jobs to decorate this place are powered by the Christmas spirit of children around the world.
That's kind of fucked
Also
up.
by robots. Aren't children losing their Christmas spirit? No, you're thinking of low-budget Christmas specials. We're telling a different story here.
Right. The story is about beating up mythological creatures that are vaguely related to Christmas for fun and profit.
Gluck says he smells a foul stench that can only be Krampus on the top floor.
Time to start climbing.
Okay, well, off we go into Christmas
Wait, do the
world.
talk thing.
Oh yeah, let's make sure we do the talk thing. And save.
And
Let's
save.
also remember to save. Bow me down and wrap me up. I love Tannenbaum. That is a weird expression
Weird
she's
fucking
making.
face, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Cthulhu
This tree
was
is
just
lit. You better mistletoe the line, Cthulhu, and don't get your tinsel and twist, or you'll never get your powers back.
Stop. Just stop.
Too many puns. Okay, well, there we go. I don't think we told the Nicolas Cage story on the channel, but we've talked about how Chloe sleeps on a Nicolas Cage blanket.
Why is it giant fucking tree?
The reason I have a Nicolas Cage blanket is because you're a psychopath and hid a copy of National Treasure in my DVD collection.
Took you a long time to find it.
I mean, I eventually did find it. Now, if the point of what you're making is that I'm disorganized and don't look at my shit, you're very correct on that. But more to the point, the problem was that you hid the movie National Treasure, a movie about conspiracy theories, in with my DVDs, a movie that, while I enjoy, I never would have bought for myself because I would never have just bought it. So you hid this movie in my DVD collection, and I had to confront everybody. It's like, who the fuck put this in my DVD collection? And then just it became a game where you and everybody who came to my house just was hiding Ghost Rider action figures. And
I never did anything with those. That was not
you put pictures of Nicolas Cage in very weird locations that if I'd open a door, I'd see Nicolas Cage. Or it's on the underside of a drawer that I'd never find. And just every time I left the room, all of you would just conspire and just do shit.
I think that was mostly Scott's doing, as much as I'd like to take credit for that.
Well, Scott's the reason I have the Nicolas Cage blanket, because that's the final form of this prank, which is just basically he replaced my nice little doggy quilt that my grandma before she died made. So feel bad about that.
I don't.
Feel bad about that. Feel bad how you guys tried to. I don't know. It's not actually my grandmother. It's fine. It's just a random person who gave me it. It's fine. But in any case, just it's. I mean, just the Nicolas Cage blanket is just the final form of it. And obviously the reason I keep it, as I've said before, is just because if it ever got peed on, I think Nicolas Cage would be okay with that. I'm not saying I have insider information to confirm or deny that. That's just my expectation that Nicolas Cage is okay getting peed on. And if that spreads around on the internet, I'm kind of okay with that.
I did hide the Nicolas Cage DVD in John's place one time.
Wait, you did?
Oh yeah, it was in the first apartment he was at in Chicago, and he had it for like a year and a half.
Well, that's because John looks at his stuff way less than I do.
I went over there and we played the Pokemon drinking game, which is that board game.
Yeah.
With
he wants to do that for his bachelor party. He was saying, yeah.
That's insane because of how much drinking is involved in it.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna veto that as a sober person, but
well,
I mean, we'll
have to see how it goes.
We can maybe find a way to not make it miserable for everybody playing.
But that was one of the first times I met Jackie. Was we went and played that with her, Heather, John, Jackie,
goodness,
and I.
That just sounds miserable.
It was a fun game. We found out that the house rules we have for one-on-one should not be used with multiple people.
No, because you're all gonna get annihilated.
So, anyways, that next morning I was just out of it and hungover.
Yeah, because you're over 30 now. That's why you don't do that.
I mean, it's fun.
I mean, it's fine, but I mean, you got annihilated with it.
But and I slept on his air mattress. Which, John, if you hear this, it's really rough sleeping on that air mattress.
You just got told, John. Deal with that. You just got called out on the internet.
It's a little short, so your legs sort of hang up.
Oh shit. Well, I mean, yeah.
You would have a rough time on it, Ross.
It
would be just like sleeping on his couch thing.
I mean, yeah, I remember the days of sleeping on his couch when I'd go down there and stuff. I mean, but obviously those days are behind me now because I got to be home for Chloe. So.
Yeah. But yeah, he. Anyways, I brought a bunch of stuff, and I had some Tylenol, and I ended up forgetting like the Tylenol and a couple of the Meowth figures and other shit that we were using for the game.
Now, did you do the Nicolas Cage prank to him first or me first?
Oh, you were the first one that got Nicolas Cage pranked. I don't even know how I ended up with it.
Where did you come up with that idea, by the way? Because
it's National Treasure Nicolas Cage. The idea made itself.
I mean, this is true, but also like. It seems I said like casually like I'm not a big fan of Nicolas Cage at one point in time, and it's just like for some reason did that make me the target or just you just knew that I had a massive DVD collection so you could hide it and make.
I think you were the only one with like a DVD collection quite like that.
And it was very prominent and stuff too. Like obviously. I don't give a shit about it as much anymore, but I raided Blockbuster when it closed, so I just had all of the DVDs of everything for the most part. And I probably could have gotten it then. I just didn't care that much about National Treasure. It's a fine movie though. I mean, I have no problems with it. I see they're doing either a series or a reboot for Disney Plus.
Son of a bitch.
Without Nicolas Cage.
What?
I don't know how you do that necessarily, because I'm sure Nicolas Cage would have wanted a paycheck.
Yeah, I mean, with the number of movies he does.
Yeah, I mean, was Nicolas Cage really going to say no? Like, let's be clear. Was the guy who was the unfunny one from The Hangover going to say no to being in the next National Treasure movie? I don't think the answer is yes. I feel like you would have just been fine. I gotta heal the party here up.
Anyways, open up my backpack when I get home and fucking National Treasure was inside of it.
Oh, and
Did not expect it at all.
Did he say anything about it, or did he just put it in there?
Well, he had just put it in there, and I get home, and I'm hungover, and I think we were, like, going to my grandma's house or something. Because my dad picked me up in the morning.
Gotcha.
And I'm just, like, organizing all my shit. And then Nicolas fucking Cage's face falls out of the bottom of my backpack, and I'm like, are you kidding me, John? You son of a bitch.
Well, I mean, you'd want him to find it, but I'm surprised he didn't say anything about it.
I mean, I called him out on it eventually.
I mean, that's fair. What was his response then?
He just laughed.
Well, I mean, there you go.
He definitely hid it in my backpack.
Well, I mean, what did you expect to bear? That's a nice view. There's a lot of fucking trees out there. Yeah, I mean, what the best response was him going to be saying "fuck you" effectively. That was what you were going for effectively.
Stupid goddamn John. Stupid goddamn.
I mean, yeah, we have to get him on the channel at some point, and I'm sure he will.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure if we're playing Castle Crashers at some point, which I absolutely want to do on the channel, he's going to be involved in that. If for no other reason than the great door app opening fiasco of 2015, where it was the last time he played Castle Crashers. For those of you who don't know, Castle Crashers is a game that is a teamwork adjacent game, I'd say is probably a good way to put it. And dare I say, we spent... There was a door that stopped us from progressing until somebody opened it. And then we just kept bullshitting each other. And we just put our controllers down and just said, well, you open the door, or otherwise we're not playing anymore. And then we waited for an hour and a half just checking our phones and fucking around. And we did not proceed any forward. And we have not played it since. But I want to play it again because I actually do very much enjoy that game. It's a good game.
Oh, that should be fun. I have not played it before, so...
You haven't? Oh, shit.
No.
Yeah, I just, like, there were a couple reasons why I got an Xbox in the first place. So I'm always going to be a Nintendo guy first and then followed by Sony. Because I just like their first-party stuff more. But certainly, like, the reason I got an Xbox were a couple reasons. One, because Xbox Arcade was really popping when I got the 360. And then also... that I was convinced the new Banjo and Kazooie game would be good. It wasn't.
The nuts and bolts one.
Yeah, that was not a good game. Tisk tisk,
yeah.
Microsoft. But also the Tales of Vesperia game, which was actually very good. But then eventually I found like stuff I liked, like Fable and Left 4 Dead and Portal and stuff. So I mean, I eventually found use for it. And then I have my Xbox currently, which, if I'm being honest, is kind of collecting a little bit of dust lately. I mean, it is what it is. I've just been playing too many things on the Switch lately. Too many things on the Switch and PS5.